Okay, so good morning everyone. So today we're going to talk about the measures of position, to be particular with the quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Okay, so as we all know, these three measures of position used in, of course, knowing your ranking. Okay, so kung anong position nyo ba in a particular group. Okay, so our objectives for today is, of course, to define the measures of positions, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Let's perform the given task with accuracy and to calculate the specified measure of position for ungrouped data. Okay, so with this activity, let's have the activity number 1. Let's find the median of the following set of data. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to find the median of the following data. Okay, so first we have to arrange the data into smallest to, or from smallest to largest, and of course you have to find the middle value, because the middle value, that is the median that we are looking for. Okay, so are you done? So let's see. So in this case, of course, as I was saying, we have to arrange the data from smallest to largest. So we have 1, then we have 4, then we have 7, 8, and then 10. So given the fact that it is already arranged in a from lowest smallest to largest number, then we're going to yan, so meaning to say 7 ang ating middle value, and that is also the median of the data. Same thing in number 3. So let's have this will be equal to 1, 4. Next is 30, followed by 34. Then we have 43 and 45. Yan. So how many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So kanina we have value ng n natin dito is equal to 5, which is odd number, so napakadaling hanapin ng middle value. But this time, ang value ng n natin o ang ating number of data is 6, which becomes an even number, no? So pag hinati natin siya into 2, as you can see, wala tayong nakikitang middle value. So dahil walang middle value, we're going to take the 2 middle values, which is 30 and 34, and we're going to add, no? So 30 plus 34 divided by 2. So that will be the median. Okay, so with this, 30 plus 34 is 60. 4 divided by 2, then that will give us a 32. So now ang median natin is 32. So ganun lang ang gagawin natin, no? If we have an ungrouped data and we're going to find the median, all we have to do is to arrange first the numbers from smallest to largest. Then the number in the middle is the median. If there are 2 middle numbers, then you have to add, then divided by 2. So as we all know, the median divides the distribution into 2 equal parts, and it is a point of distribution where 1/2 of the distribution lies below it or above it, no? So next, ayan. So what are other measures of position aside from the mean, the median, and the mode? So ano bang pinagkaiba ng mean, median, and mode dito sa quartile, decile, and the percentile? Okay? So as we all know, sa mean, median, and mode, ginagamit natin siya to know the position of the group, no? Para malaman natin ano ba ang ranking ng grupo. Ano ang about sa section natin, no? Ano ang ranking ng section nyo in comparison to other groups, no? Parang ganun siya. So that's the reason why we get the average and the likes. Pagdating sa measures of position, as stated in our PowerPoint, a method which deals to the position of a value relative to other values in a set of observation. So as I was saying, So as I was saying nga class, no, measures of position is a method which deals to the position of a value relative to other values in a set of observation. So ibig sabihin, a particular value in relation sa kabuuan. For example, 88, no? Asan ba si 88? Siya ba ay nasa lower quartiles ba yan? O baka naman nasa upper quartiles? O baka naman mas pasok ba siya sa banga? O baka naman hindi siya pumasok doon sa hinahanap nating percentage o ranking. Okay? So yun no? Yung isang data, nasaan ba siya? Anong position niya in relation sa iba? So that's the measures of position. Sa mean, median, and mode kasi siya, sa mean, median, and mode, ano yung position ng buong data? Diba? Kaya nga, diba, mean, median, mode is the measures of the central, yung nasa gitna. Okay? Kung alimbawa, ang median mo is 85, no? So lahat ng nasa taas ng 85, sila yung nasa upper part o uppers, kumbaga mataas sila yung mga pasado, kumbaga ganon. Yung mga nandun sa baba, sila naman yung hindi pumasok, no? So ibig sabihin, yung nasa gitna, yun yung magiging value ng data mo as a group. Ayan. So, yun yung value ng data as a group. While 88, if, for example, yung 88, nasan ba yan? Diba? In terms of the whole data. Okay? So, ang measures of position, nahati siya sa tatlo. We have the measures of quartile, decile, and of course, the percentile. So, from the quartile, which means 4. Diba? Decile, which means 10. Percentile, which means 100. No, so quartile, it divides into 4 equal parts, while decile, it divides into 10 equal parts, and percentile divides the data into 100 equal parts. Okay? So lahat ito, okay, lahat yan nanggaling sila sa tinatawag nating quantiles. Ayan. So lahat sila is quantiles. Yan yung hinahanap natin. So quantiles divide the data into equal parts. No, be it 4, be it 10, be it 100. So, meron naman siyang classification. Okay? So, ang quantile, syempre, nanggaling din yan sa median. Because remember, sa central tendency, only the median is the central or the middle value. Okay? So, sa median, ang mga median natin sa quartile ay ang quartile 2. Ang median natin sa decile ay decile 5. At ang median natin sa percentile is the percentile 50. Ibig sabihin, ng quartile 2, decile 5, at ang percentile 50, lahat yan median. Because it divides the data into 2 equal parts. Hinati niya sa dalawa. Ayan. So, quartile for the ungrouped data is this formula. Ayan yung formula natin for the ungrouped data. Okay? Ibig sabihin ng K dyan, for example, quartile 1. So, that will be equal to 1/4 of n plus 1. Ibig sabihin naman ng n is the number of data. Or, ayan, number of data, o ilan ba yung data natin na binigay, o ilan yung number of sample, or something like that. So, same thing din sa ungroup natin, no? Sa decile, sa percentile, so pare-pares lang yan, no? Okay, kung halimbawa, decile, decile 6 yan. Okay, kung decile 6 yan, so that will be equal to 6/10 times n plus 1 naman siya. Okay, so ganun siya, no? For the group data naman, we have this formula, no? Etong mga formula na to, ito yung formula ng median for group data. Ayan, so yan yung mga median na ay formula ng median natin for the group data. Nandyan si lower boundaries, nandyan yung paghanap ng class, yung cumulative frequency, si interval, and of course the frequency. Now, syempre katulad sa median, di ba? Para makuha natin si median, kailangan na natin munang hanapin ang median class. So same thing din sa quartiles. So para mahanap mo ang quartile class, ang gagamitin mo lang dito class is yung K2 usually, di ba? K yan eh. Kasi para ano siya, gawin natin siyang K. Yan. So this will be K times n over 4. Yan. So same thing lang din yan dito because remember that n is just equal to the summation of the frequency. Kapag nasa table na siya, di ba? N is also equal to the summation of the frequency. So, parehas lang po yan, ha? Kn over 4 or K times summation of F divided by 4. Same lang po yan. Okay? So, yan yung gagamitin mo for quartile class. For the decile class naman, of course, that will be Kn divided by 10. Siyempre, divide by 10. For the percentile class, you have Kn divided by, of course, 100. Okay? Yan yung mga formula, pakitandaan. Now, let's solve this one. So, quartiles are points that divide the ranked data into 4 equal parts. So, each set of data has 3 quartiles. So, we have the quartile 1, quartile 2, and then, of course, the quartile 3. So, what does it mean? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga yan? Okay? Ibig sabihin yan, sa quartile 1, okay, ayan nakalagay dyan. Sa quartile 1, the value of the data such as 25% of the data points are less than this value. 70% of the data is greater than this value. Kung ito ang quartile mo, ayan, so we have 25% ang mataas, then you have 75% yung nasa taas niya. So, 25% below, 75% above. Okay? Sa quartile 2 naman, 50-50. So, this is 50%. And then, we have another 50%. Of course, sa quartile 3 naman, you have dito, 75% below, no? And then, we have 25% and above. Okay? So, this will be the lowest score, pinakamababang value, at ito naman yung highest score mo. The first quartile is also called as the lower quartile. The third quartile is also called as the upper quartile. The second quartile, of course, the middle quartile, is also called as the median. Okay? Ayan. So, interquartile range natin, class, is the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So, ayan yung ano natin dyan. So, para malaman natin yung interquartile range natin. Now, let's talk about the formula. Now, this is the Mendenhall and the Sinich method. So, itong method na to is ang ginagamit natin sa paghanap o sa paghanap ng quartile value. So, the position of the data in the distribution is obtained by using the following formula where n is the total number of observation. Ito yung formula na yon. Okay? So, ano yung step nito? We have step number 1, you have to arrange the data in ascending order. So, to have to make sure na naka-arrange siya in ascending order or from lowest to highest. Then, locate the position of the data in the distribution gamit ang formula na to. Ilo-locate mo, solve mo siya, anong position niya, at identify the location of the data and get the value. That will be the value of the quartile 3. Quartile value. Okay, so disregard na natin ito because if the value of the value of the Mendenhall or if the value of the quartile position is decimal using the Mendenhall formula, proceed tayo sa interquartile range. Interpolation or linear interpolation. Yan. So, kapag ang decimal ang lumabas, you have to proceed to the linear interpolation. So, ano ba yung linear interpolation? Okay? So, in linear interpolation, you have to find the difference between the two values where QK is situated. For example, ang lumabas is 1.5. Yan yung lumabas na position natin sa quartile. And remember that 1.5 is nasa pagitan siya ng 1 at nasa pagitan siya ng 2. First position at ng second position. So, yung value ng first position, nasa first position, that's the lower value, and the value of the second position, that will be the higher value na kukuhanan mo ng difference or minus. So, HB, higher value minus the lower value, and then yung difference nun, imumultiply mo doon sa decimal number, which is 0.5, na i-add mo naman ngayon dun sa lower value. Okay? So, later we're going to have the examples. Let's have first this activity. Yan. So, we have here number 1 example. Ayan. So the owner of the store, of the supermarket, recorded the number of customers who came into the store each day during the first 11 days of the month. Result were, ayan, and find the lower quartile and of course the upper quartile from the data. So of course you have to get of course the value of n. Ano yung value muna ng n natin dito? Which is in this case we have 11, and then i-arrange natin yung data in ascending order. So ascending order muna tayo, or lowest to highest value, and that will be 30, 'so we have 30, 60, 70, 70 ulit, 80, 80, 90, then we have 100, 120, 120, and 150. Okay, so since na-arrange na natin siya, we can now solve for the quartile 1 using the formula. So for the quartile 1, we have 1/4 of n plus 1, and 1/4 of n plus 1 is equal to that's 1/4 of 11 plus 1, which is 12, and this is equal to what? This is equal to third. So ang third position natin ay nasa 1, 2, 3, and this is equal to 70. So ngayon ang quartile 1 mo ay nasa 70. Okay? So ano ngayon ang ibig sabihin nito? Ang ibig sabihin niyan, class, ay 25% of the data is below quartile 1, which is 70 customers. Yan naman ang ibig sabihin niyan. Now let's solve for the quartile 3. So that will be 3/4 So that will be 3/4 times 12. At ang 3/4 times 12 is equal to 9. So ibig sabihin yung data natin ay nasa 9 position. Therefore ang quartile 3 natin is equal to, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 120. Okay, ano naman ngayon ang ibig sabihin nito? Therefore, 75% of the data is below 120 customers. Yan. Okay? So, very easy ang pag-solve natin sa quartile 1 and quartile 3 for the ungrouped data. Now, let's have the example number 2. The following amounts were the daily collections from a funding Pinoy campaign in a particular school, no? And determine the first and the third quartile the amount collected. So, again, we have to find first the value of n. So, in this case, ang value ng n natin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we have 12. Okay? Then, i-arrange natin siya from ascending order. So, that will be equal to, mauna si 19. Then, we have, so 19. Then, we have 22. 23. Then we have 25, 28, 27, meron ba? Wala. 29. Then we have 26 pa pala, no? Yan, so nakalimutan natin siya 26. So we have 26, then we have 28, 29, okay, 32, 31, 32, 34, 37, 39. Tignan natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so yan na. Na-arrange natin siya from ascending order. Next is to find the value of quartile 1. So for this instance, we have quartile 1, which is equal to 1/4 times 13. Bakit 13? Because 12 plus 1 siya. Okay? So this will be 1/4 of 13 is equal to what? So 1/4, 1 divided by 1/4 of 13 is equal to 3.25. So this will be 3.25. Now again, since the result of the Mendenhall formula or method is decimal, let's proceed to linear interpolation. So for the linear interpolation class, hahanapin mo lang itong position na to. No, so nasa pang ilang position ba siya? Ang 3.25 ay nasa anong pagitan? Nasa pagitan siya ng third at saka ng fourth position. Now, after mo ngayon malaman yung kanilang position, hanapin mo yung value. Ano ang value ng third position? So this is the first position. This is the second position. This is the third position. Diba? So ngayon, proceed ka ngayon sa ang third position natin ay 23. Tapos ang fourth position natin is 25. Okay? So for since yan, then pwede na natin kunin ang quartile 1. So ang quartile 1 natin is kukunin lang natin yung lowest value plus natin sa decimal, multiply naman natin sa lower value plus decimal, then we have the higher value minus the lower value. Okay? So ang lower value is 23 plus ang decimal natin is ito 0.25, 0.25. Higher value natin is 25 minus 23. And this is equal to what? Quartile 1 is equal to 23. So, i-calculate natin yan pala. Saan ba ito? Calculate natin siya sa 23. Tama ba? 23 plus 0.25. So, 23 plus 0.25 multiply by 25 minus 23. Tama ba? 25 minus 23. What's the answer? Okay, ulit. 23 the answer wait lang, 23 times na, okay, 23 times 0.5 23 0.25 pala siya, no? So that will be equal to 23.5. So this will be 23.5. Yan. So that's the quartile 1. For the quartile 3, so this will be equal to same thing, no? 3/4 naman. 3/4 times 13 and this is equal to 9.75. So, ang 9.75 ay nasa pagitan ng 9 position at saka ng 10th position. So, ang 9th data mo ay 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9. So, we have 32 and then you have the 34. Okay? So, following the pattern, we have Q sub 3 is equal to lower value is 32 plus the decimal is 0.75, okay, multiply by highest value which is 30. Iyan na lang natin siya, ibaba natin. So this will be quartile 3 is equal to lower value, so that's 32 plus 0.75 times, then we have 34 minus 32. Yan. So, quartile 3 ngayon is equal to 32 plus 0.75 times 34 minus 32, 33.5. Ayan. So, that's the value of the quartile 3. So, anong ngayon ibig sabihin yan? So, quartile 1, which means that 25% of the data is below 23.5. Sa quartile 3 naman, 33.5%, 75% of the data, no, is below 33.5. Okay? Ayan. So, again, you're using the Mendenhall kapag lumabas is whole number, as is lang siya, hanapin mo lang dito yung data. But if the data is decimal, you have to proceed to linear interpolation. Kunin mo lang yung position kung saan ba napapagitna ang data mo. In this case, 3.25 is nasa gitna niya o nasa pagitan siya ng third position at ng fourth position. Diba, ng 3 and 4, nandun yung 3.5 nasa gitna nitong dalawang ito. Then hanapin mo yung position na yon. So kung third yan, asan ang position, anong value yung nasa third position? 23. Anong value yung nasa fourth position? 25. Then proceed ka sa pattern na to, na kung saan lower value, anong lower value doon sa nakuha mo, which is 23, plus yung decimal naman niya is 0.25, nang galing siya dito. Okay, nang galing naman siya dito. And then you have the 25 minus 23. Okay? Sometimes, kung gusto mong 23 minus 25, just make sure na ang kukunin mong value is yung absolute value niya or the positive value. Okay? So, dito naman, para ano mo lang to, to make, i-challenge nyo lang sa sarili ninyo. So, ibibigay ko na yung sagot para at least i-check mo kung tama ba yung pag nakuha mong solve. Okay? Pag nakuha mo yung same answer, ibig sabihin, you got it right. So, ang quartile 1 nito is equal to 139.5. Ang quartile 3 naman nito is 155.5. And for this instance naman, quartile 1 naman nito is 140.75. Then we have quartile 3 that is equal to 154.75. Now, what about sir the median? Bakit hindi natin sinasolve yung median? Kasi ang median class, di ba, madali lang siyang kunin eh. Kung 9 yan, so, ibig sabihin, kung 9 yan, okay, hahati lang natin siya sa that's add number, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, 4 yung ihahati natin. So, ito siya, 4 dito. Then, we also have 4 dito. Therefore, ito yung quartile 2. Ganun lang siya. O kaya, 9 divide 2 is equal to 4.5. Tama? So, 4.5, ibig sabihin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is, ito yun. Yung susunod doon. Okay? Now, dito naman, we have 10. No? Kung 10 yan, so, 10 divide 2, that is equal to 5. So, ibig sabihin, the median is the 5th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ito yun. At saka, ito yun. Diba? Yung 5th position dito, 5th position dito. Okay? So, paano nga yan? Di 157 plus 137 divided by 2. Sir, okay lang po ba na decimal ang quartile 2? Hindi na po ba mag-linear interpolation? Actually, hindi na kayo mag-linear interpolation if sa pagkuha ng median, because the median can be decimal, no? Now, let's use for the group data. Sa group data naman, class, ito, parang kung nagsusolve ka lang ng median. No? Kung paano mo sinolve si median ng group data, ganun din mo rin isi-solve itong quartile, decile, and the percentile sa group data. No? So, syempre, in computing the median for the group data, you have to find first the median class. Ganun din sa quartile. Para ma-solve yan, kailangan hanapin mo muna yung quartile class. So, at paano mo kukunin yung quartile class? Again, for the formula, K times N divided by 4. Yan ang quartile class formula. So, in this case, let's do this. Compute the table below. Ayan. So, pero dito kasi class, naka-solve na yung quartile. Naka-highlight na siya. Pero paano ba nangyari yan? So, again, let's use the class, yung pag-compute ng class natin. That's Kn divided by 4. Okay? Since quartile 1 yan, so that will be 1/4 times n. Ano yung n mo? 50. So, that will be 50. Kung hindi given, yung 50 na yan, i-add mo lang ito. Yan, para makuha mo yung value ng n. Add mo lang siya. Okay? So, 1/4 of 50 is equal to what? Okay? So, 1/4 ng 50 is actually equal to 12.5. No? 12.5. Yan. So, since 12.5 is not here in the cumulative frequency, kunin mo yung unang data na mas mataas sa 12.5, which is 15. That's why yan ang ating quartile 1 class. So, sa quartile 3 naman, ganun din ang gagawin natin. So, that will be Kn over 4, which is equal to 3/4 of 50. At ang 3/4 ng 50 natin is equal to what? 3/4 ng 50. That is 37.5. Ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung unang data na mas mataas, 37.5, and that's 40. Okay? Ayan. So, pwede na natin siyang isolve. So, let's solve for the quartile 1. So, sa quartile 1, ang formula natin is the lower boundary of the quartile class plus Kn. We have Kn divided by 4 minus the cumulative frequency before divided by the frequency of the quartile class multiply by the interval. So, yan yung formula na gagamitin natin, di ba? So, let's solve for the quartile 1. So, for the quartile 1, that is equal to the ano yung lower boundary ng quartile 1 natin? So, this is equal, actually, 97.5. So, how did you get 97.5? That's 98 minus 0.5 always. Okay? So, that will be 97.5 plus, nakuha na natin ng Kn over 4, diba? That will be 12.5. Okay, that's 12.5. So, 1/4 minus the cumulative before. So, ang cumulative frequency natin sa quartile 1 is 15. Before that, 6. So, 6 ang ilalagay mo dito. Divided by, frequency natin ng quartile class is F. I 9 times ang interval naman natin is 6. Okay? So, let's compute. So, this will be yan, gamitan natin siya dito. So, that will be 97.5 plus ano yung nasa taas? We have 12.5. 12.5 minus 6. 9 ang ating cumulative frequency natin. Then, times times 6 pala. Okay? So, 97.5 plus 12.5 minus 6 divided by all over 9 times 6 So, ang lumabas, 101.83. So, that's 101.83. So, that will be your quartile 1 value. Okay? For the quartile 2, quartile 3 pala, okay? So, quartile 3 naman natin, this is actually equal to, ano yung lower boundary? Ito siya, di ba? So, that will be 127.5. Okay? 127.5. So, ilalagay natin na 127.5 plus, nakuha na rin natin yung ating kn over 4, which is 37.5 minus cumulative frequency before is 31 divided by 9 ang ating frequency divide 0.6 times 6 pala, sorry. And so therefore we have quartile 3 is equal to, so calculus nyo lang ulit yan and you will get 131.83. Okay? So, ano ngayon ang ibig sabihin nitong quartile 1 natin at ng quartile 3 natin? So, for quartile 1, okay, their interpretation natin to, no? Therefore, the height of 15 children. So, nasan yung 15 na yan? Ito po siya. Ayan. 15 children is below 101.83 centimeter. Then, the height of 40 children is 131.8. Pwedeng ganito rin siya, ha? 83 tall and below. Yeah, pwedeng ganyan. So, the height of 15 children is below. Pwede rin naman pagsamahin mo siya na kung saan ang height ng 40 children is 131.83, mataas sa 131.83 tall and then 131.83 below. Okay? O kaya lagay mo rin dito 25% of the height of 15 children is below 101.83. Dito naman, pwede mong sabihin na 25% of the height of 40 children is 131.83 tall. Or di kaya 75% of the height of 40 children is 131.83 below. So, ganun siya. Okay? Yan. Now, let's have another example. Let's compute for the quartile 1, quartile 3, and the number of games in this yan, 40 Filipino boxers. So, first, kunin muna natin si quartile 1. Class natin siya. So, that's Kn over 4. So, this is actually equal to 1/4. Ano yung 1/4 natin? 1/4. Ano yung N natin? 40 Filipino. So, that's 40. Okay, 1/4 of 40 and that is equal to what? Okay, 1/4 of 40 is equal to 10. Okay, ibig sabihin, nandun siya sa mataas sa 10. So, that's 13 ang ating class. Okay, then proceed ngayon tayo sa sa formula natin. So, quartile 1 is equal to the lower boundary of the quartile class plus Kn divided by 4 minus the cumulative frequency before divided by ano ba? Divided by the frequency of the quartile class. Yan. Then multiply by interval. Okay. So quartile 1 is equal to, lower boundary nito is 29.5. Ito naman 49.5. Okay, so lower boundary nito is 29.5 plus ang kn naman natin, that will, na-solve na rin natin siya, di ba? So that will be 10. Okay, so this is equal to 10 minus before is 5 divide all over 8. Ayan, so ito yung 8 natin. Multiply by 10 kasi 10 ang ating class interval. Therefore, quartile 1 is equal to what? Quartile 1 is equal to 35.75. So, syempre kayo na mag-calculator. Okay? Then let's solve for the quartile 3. Quartile 3 is 3/4 class muna kunin natin times 40. So 3/4 of 40 is equal to what? That will be equal to 30. Okay? So ibig sabihin ang ating quartile 3 class ay nasa 30 above. So that's here 32. Okay? Ayan. So proceed tayo ngayon sa formula. Quartile 3 is equal to the lower boundary is 49.5 plus interval naman natin plus ang kn nakuha na natin siya, di ba? That's 30 minus frequency beflow is 22. Ang frequency naman nito ay 10 times the class interval is also 10. Okay? So, when you compute, quartile 3 is equal to what? Okay, 57.5. Okay, so what does it mean? Ano yung interpretation natin dito? So, for the interpretation, this means that, number 1, 25% of the data is below 35.75. Below the day is below 35.75. Okay? Ayan. Number of wins. So, syempre pala, kailangan natin itong i-round up. So, instead of 35, gagawin natin siyang 36. Ayan. Okay? Ay, no. Iyan na natin siya. 35 lang pala. Kasi hindi naman siya umabot. Ayan, 35 lang. So, 35% of data is below 35 number of wins. Kasi 75 hindi pa naman siya nananalo, di ba? So 35 pa lang siya number of wins. So which also means that, anong ibig sabihin yan? Ano ba to? Ibig sabihin yan, 25% of those who win, of those who won pala, who won the game has 35 number of wins and below. Yan, so that's the meaning of that. Okay? Din doon sa quartile 3, we have 75% of the data is below 57.5 number of wins. Okay, which means that 25% has 57 wins and below. Ayan, so that's how you interpret the data. Okay, this will be your assignment to be submitted next meeting. And of course, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much and have a nice day.